This is a full three. Come along, friends.
There you go. There you go. Anyone seen Camilla? No? All right, ladies, enjoy yourself now. There you go. There you
Fucking great.
Okay. Can't go wrong with chicken singing.
Can't go wrong with that.
That's like a winning formula.
Here goes.
Alright, let's do brilliant.
In control.
Yeah.
What? Is that an actual song that they're singing up?
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of one more.
There you go, Puppet. Good job, Muppet.
Muppet.
Fucking awesome.
Muppet. Like I said, I mean,
great.
you know, I'm like the pickiest son of a bitch when it comes to rating a movie. I mean, I'll rate. This guy has movies that he rates 5 stars that I'll rate like a negative.
Yeah.
You know? But I did give the Muppets like 5 out of 5. It didn't change anything. That's what I loved about it. They kept it Muppets. They kept it old school. That's hard to do now because, you know, they're afraid that people won't like it or you know, they want to keep up with the times. I just like how they kept it classy. There was news. Bill Murray will not be doing Ghostbusters 3.
Yeah. So Dan Aykroyd, he's been looking for ways to replace him.
Daniel had a good idea.
Who's that? Oh, Johnny Depp?
I thought that would just be a little...
Yeah,
a little
cool.
just more interesting. I mean, I would see that just to see how he pulls it off.
Yeah, I would have him show up maybe as a nice replacement. But in terms of like keeping up with the story of from the other movies, the kid from the second movie.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Dana Barrett's child.
Yeah, have him grown up.
But there's another option that I'd have replace Bill Murray. John Goodman. Why not?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, John Goodman is a good
He doesn't
man.
have to replace Bill Murray per se. He can be like, I'm his cousin. Or something, you know. But the kid, it sounds good, and even though not the biggest fan of Johnny Depp, but that does sound interesting because it does sound up his field.
Yeah, it sounds like right up the alley.
Right up the alley. But you know, I'm not even mad at Chuck Norris anymore. I'm gonna give the FU of the month to Bill Murray for that.
Yeah, I mean, what?
This guy claims who's gonna want to pay money to see an old guy chase ghosts? A lot of people will. This is Ghostbusters 3.
I think it's a money thing. I think he's just playing hard with them.
Why? These are his
for years,
friends.
and for years too. Yeah.
He only got that job because fucking what's his face died.
John Belushi.
John Belushi. John Belushi's death made Bill Murray's career. Does anybody know that?
I mean, you take away Ghostbusters from what he was doing. That was his big fucking.
Oh, people say Caddyshack, but who was the first one that they thought for Caddyshack? Belushi. But what did Belushi do at that time? He wanted to do a serious role.
Mm-hmm.
He turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
So what did that tell you? It was Belushi all along.
Exactly.
So
if you look at all the roles that he got, he's fucking hilarious.
No, I like the guy.
Awesome.
Don't get me wrong. Bill Murray's
But
funny.
he can't say that if John Belushi wasn't alive,
Yeah, that he'd be where he's at right
that
now.
he'd be where he's at.
Yeah. That's like David Spade without Chris Farley.
Yeah. I bet you
where he's at if Chris Farley wasn't that big.
Yeah, I think he'd be. He's probably like writing still some of that. I think he knows that he would probably be bigger right now.
I would be happy if he would just be a writer for Ghostbusters 3. He doesn't necessarily have to be the actor, but if he comes in as production or
he could
producer,
do a little part, a small part,
a cameo,
a little cameo,
something. That's all we're asking for.
Who knows, man? Who knows what his beef is, man?
I mean, if people like us, especially our generation, we're so happy to see the Muppets back again.
Ghostbusters,
Ghostbusters 3 would be,
that'd be huge.
That'll be awesome.
That shit would make money. I mean, that would make a lot of money.
I think it would.
He's still there. He's still giving help to 54.
He's still slowly leaving.
It took you a fucking long time to get out of here.
Actually, what the fuck are we watching?
Watching fucking some dude.
That's not Glory.
Gone with the wind.
That's Glory to God.
Oh, the new Star Trek.
Watch Star Trek.
Oh, it started back. All right.
Sweet. So we got Star Trek on right now. We got Triple D flying.
All right, guys. I'll see y'all later.
All right, brother.
See you again for the fourth time. Come on, let's go. Let's get this bitch up. Come on, China first.
And Thor went to fucking work with him.
Oh my God! You know what? I haven't drank in a month.
Ah,
it's crazy, right?
Beer is awesome. I'll tell you. There's only one thing, man, that's next to beer, and that's getting a chicken behind. But beer, man, it takes the cake. I can't go a month without beer.
I was forced to do that year and a half without it.
I remember.
I kind of got used to not drinking it. But I have been craving a beer. But like I said, I was out for 2 weeks. It might have been the chicken. Now that I think about it.
You got bird flu, man.
Something probably.
You got fucked up, man. Because that was too real long time.
Yeah. Once I stopped eating the chicken, that's when it went away.
I remember it was just like post after post.
Yeah, even the bird flu can't take me down. God
post
damn.
after post. It was post after post.
Yeah, like I'm still feeling like shit.
Yeah. I got the flu. The flu again. I got flu.
No, it was pretty much I can't shake the flu.
Man, you know what Chris Brown said?
You know what?
Some
No,
chick.
no. We will not talk about that loser. He doesn't deserve our time.
Fuck you, Chris Brown.
What pisses me off is that he can't accept that he's a douchebag. That he still wants to. He's trying to prove to everybody he's a nice guy. You raise your hand to a woman anytime you're scum. It doesn't matter if that woman was hitting you or whatnot. You're the man, all right?
Man,
you need to walk away.
You know what I should do? I mean, for the last time that we ever talked about that cocksucker, is I should read the police report that they finally released.
Find the police report.
I'm going to find it real quick, and I'm going to read it on TK. And
you find it, and I'm going to go into the NFL real quick.
Please.
All right, NFL news. What a shocker. You got that management guy trying to make a deal with Peyton Manning, right? He's pretty much saying, hey, you are more than welcome to stay here, but I'm not going to pay you the money that you're owed. So, I don't think this should come as a surprise that come, what is it, Wednesday, that he's supposed to talk with Peyton?
Yeah.
I think Peyton's going to leave. And they're all saying he's going to Texans.
The Texans?
Was it the Texans? I believe it was the Texans.
I thought it was the Titans.
I don't think he would go there. He would be killed in like the first 2 weeks.
Wow.
No, you're right, because it is the Titans. I got the T's wrong.
Okay.
They have Shaw, don't they?
Yeah.
But isn't he hurt?
Shaw? Well, he'll be back next season. They've still got that rookie.
Yeah, you're right. It is the Titans.
They still have that rookie that did a good job. Remember? That rookie?
Yeah. Fuck, man, but if that guy had not fucking made that fumble...
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Exactly. Everything
a
lot of things would have been fucking different, man.
Well, it actually would have been an awesome Super Bowl we were looking forward to. Imagine San Francisco and Texas knowing that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have cared who won. It would have been a new team that won it, you know? It would have been different.
Man, the Texans got fucked over because they lost, their two best players for the season.
Yeah, but you had that one guy that just kept fucking up on special teams, man. I don't know why they didn't send his ass home. Anyway, obviously, this is a no-brainer. Peyton Manning will probably not be returning to the Colts because the owner is acting like a dick. I mean, the guy brought you these fans. The guy made the Colts. He made the Colts. What's that reference?
He brought him back, man.
Yeah, to his
They were
glory days.
hell, man. The Colts were nothing.
And then Peyton Manning comes along. The first year wasn't that great, don't get me wrong. But then, boom, playoffs.
A lot of people don't know this.
Playoffs come.
Peyton Manning set the record for most interceptions in a season. His first year, his rookie year.
Yes, he did. And then he went on to set the records for the most completions of yards in passing. So.
Yep.
But for that manager to be like, oh, I can find better talent than you, you're stupid, man. You're gonna lose a lot of fans. Why don't? I don't understand. And it's just money to him, you know. It's like I think what is Peyton Manning owed coming up, like $20 million or something like that, like assured money, and he doesn't want to give him that.
What?
Peyton Manning. Because his contract's coming up, and he's going to get like $20 or $25 million or something like that.
Right, they just signed him before this season, before he had his neck surgery. They signed him to like this crazy deal. So now it makes it more complicated.
It's stupid, though. I mean, the guy just got cleared by the medical board. He was ready to go.
But the Colts, really, I mean, they're just going to let him go. They're just figuring out how.
Yeah.
They're going to sign,
well,
they're going to draft.
They already know they're going to let him go, but they're figuring out how they're going to tell the public they're going to let him go.
Because there's going to be a problem. Because basically they're going to have to tell their fans, they're like, we're going to rebuild.
No, they're going to make it seem like Peyton Manning's a bad guy. Not Dan.
Because they're going to
Peyton
draft.
Manning's not the bad guy for wanting more money. He's entitled to that, all right? I mean, that guy pretty much gave up his career for that. I mean,
they're going to draft Andrew Luck,
which
was the #1 pick.
They're going to go to shit with.
And then from there, they're going to go from there.
They're going to probably be like the new Seahawks, which are the worst team.
The new Dolphins, man.
No, I mean even the Dolphins.
Look at the Dolphins.
Even the Dolphins can break even any year.
Yeah.
All right. That doesn't mean they're crap. They don't know how to play together.
I think they'll break even with Andrew Luck, but I don't think they're going to be as good as they were with.
No, I mean, but I'm talking about the Seahawks, or you talking about like the Chiefs, any lower team like that that just plays for money.
Well, I'm talking about any team that had a fucking awesome quarterback that was their team. I mean, that's all they had. I mean, you take him away, and everything goes to hell for years. The prime example is the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They had Marino for 20 years, man. From 83 to what, like 99?
No, like 97 or something.
Well, no, it was 99 because that was the year that
but he wasn't even really playing. He was like back to us and all that shit.
He was a starter for all his career. They lost that one playoff game, like 63 to something. He fucking said, "Fuck it, I'm
done."
And that was the last year Jimmy Johnson was the coach of the Dolphins. They brought in Fiedler.
And then he goes to Dallas and wins rings. Fucking Johnson.
Jimmy J. But yeah, the prime example of that is the Dolphins. Colts, you're looking at a lot of years of crap because, man, a quarterback like that only comes around once in like so many years, man.
He's like the white Anglo of people. You know?
I mean, they think, oh, Andrew Luck, we're going to take him with the first pick. He must be awesome. I mean, look at Brady. He might be a fucking douchebag that leaves his wife.
Yeah, wasn't he like the third string quarterback? And then he came out all bad.
Yeah, he was a third string quarterback. He wasn't even a starter.
No, they had to wait for the starting quarterback to get hurt and for the second quarterback to suck before he said, "Hey, coach, put me in and I'll get you wins."
Anybody could have had him in the first round. They didn't. He was like a 6th or 5th round pick. I mean,
Dirty D says fuck everything.
Yeah, good job, Dirty D. You should call it in, motherfucker. All right.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that manager,
Polian, or whatever.
And I think it's funny because he's gonna try to make Peyton look like the bad guy for leaving.
Oh, fuck it, man.
Where would you want Peyton to go? I wouldn't mind him on the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, he would be a good fit in the Dolphins.
They would be badass.
They have a decent defense.
He's got Ricky Williams?
No, he's retired.
Oh, sorry, he's got Bush.
He's got Reggie Bush. Actually, that would be pretty good. I think I would go with the Dolphins. If I was him, I wouldn't go with the Titans. I would go with the Dolphins.
He'd be fucking Titans. He wouldn't go nowhere.
You're
talking about 3 more years at least just to put that team together.
They don't have receivers. Their defense is getting older. I'll go with Dolphins. They have a decent defense. They have a decent.
What would be cool? And I hate this guy. I hate his guts. But if we get Peyton to the Dolphins with Bush and Moss.
They already have Brandon Marshall.
Yeah,
He's a
but
good.
why not Moss?
Yeah, yeah. Add.
Nobody's really picking him.
Add to it, man. That's
Moss
what I'm saying.
I mean,
You got all these older.
It can't hurt to try.
You got all these older free agents out there, and nobody wants to take a chance on it.
We gotta let Thor in because he's alone out there.
Come on, Thor, get in here. Come on. Come on, little dude. Come on, brother. You're the man. Thor's the man. Nobody knows that. Alright, guys. When I come back, I'm going to read this fucking police report to you. The police report is epic. And beyond all fucking comprehension.
He's referring to Chris Brown. But, I mean, come on, imagine that. Peyton Manning. Obviously, I say the Dolphins because I'm the only Dolphins fan here. Peyton Manning, Randy Moss, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Reggie Bush in one team. They might not be a Super Bowl team. But, I mean, come on, you're at least looking at a playoff. Elimination probably, but just to get in there for the Dolphins fans, that's long overdue. That would be awesome. All right, we do have some good topics coming up. I'm going to save those for last because they're political. But I will get into our comic segment. DC Comics and the New 52 or whatnot has came out with an awesome, epic Batman. I'm calling it a novel because it's about, what is it now, like 13 issues or something like that going on it. Maybe anywhere in the number from 9 to 12. If I'm not mistaken, Court of the Owls, or Night Owls, something like that on the DC Comics. Man, that shit looks awesome. I'm talking about the DC.
Oh, you're talking about that shit?
The Court of Owls. That shit looks awesome, dude. Batman has everybody that he trusts. So you're not going to see any Justice League members because he don't trust any one of them. I just picked him up. He's acting silly. You're talking about Nightwing, Batwing, Red Robin, his son, and Red Hood. Apparently, he's got a new storyline now, Batman. Has a new beginning storyline on how he became, and he's got the same story about his parents dying and all that, but he's got a new storyline on how he became Batman, and the Court of Owls apparently are the people protecting Gotham already before Batman.
Okay.
And they see him as a threat. So they want to take him out. And they have a lot of people in the Court of Owls.
That's pretty crazy.
So
That's
Batman,
pretty different. I heard of that.
Yeah. Batman gets all his allies, which are Owlman from what is that? An alternate universe?
Yeah. Alternate reality.
Alternate reality from the Justice Syndicate. It's Owlman, Batwing, Nightwing, Robin, Red Robin, and Red Hood, and like two others. Batwoman, not Batgirl anymore. Another one.
Batwoman.
Batwoman.
That's a different chick.
Which is Gordon's daughter.
Yep.
On this New 52, they say she recovered from her injuries that the Joker gave her.
Oh.
So she's alive and well.
So that's a new one.
Yeah. The other one, she was straight out dead, but this one, she's alive and well. All right, listen.
New 52 sounds pretty cool.
I'm loving the New 52.
All right, guys.
I doubted it first, but now it's awesome.
Check it out.
This is the Chris Brown report.
This is the Chris Brown report. I'm going to read this to y'all.
Douchebag.
Police report. Brown was driving a vehicle from Robin F., a.k.a. Rihanna, as the front passenger on an unknown street in Los Angeles. Robin F. picked up Brown's cell phone and observed a 3-page text message from a woman who Brown had had a previous sexual relationship with.
Man, and he cheated on Rihanna, man.
A verbal argument ensued, and Brown pulled the car over on an unknown street, reached over to Robin F. with his right hand, opened the car door, and attempted to force her out. Brown was unable to force her out of the vehicle because she was wearing a seatbelt. When he could not force her to exit, he took his right hand and shoved her head against the passenger window of the vehicle, causing a 1-inch raised circular contusion on her head. Then, Robin F. turned to face Brown, and he punched her in the left eye with his right hand, and then drove away in the vehicle and continued to punch her in the face with his right hand while steering the vehicle with his left. The assault caused Robin F.'s mouth to fill with blood, and blood splattered all over her clothing and the interior of the vehicle. Brown looked at Robin F. and stated, "I'm going to beat the shit out of you when we get home. You wait and see." The detective said Robin F. then used her cell phone to call her personal assistant Jennifer Rosales, who did not answer her call. Robin F., aka Rihanna, then pretended to talk to her, and stated, "I'm on my way home. Make sure the police are there," in order to scare Brown. After she faked the call, Brown looked at her and stated, "You just did the stupidest thing ever. Now I'm going to fucking kill you." Brown resumed punching Rihanna, and she interlocked her fingers behind her head and brought her elbows forward to protect her face. She then bent over at the waist, placing her elbows and face near her lap in an attempt to protect her face, and head from a barrage of punches being levied upon her. Brown continued to punch Robin Brown on her left arm and hand, causing her to suffer a contusion on her left tricep that was approximately 2 inches in diameter, and numerous contusions on her left hand. Robin F. then attempted to send a text message to her other friend, Melissa Ford. Brown snatched the cell phone out of her hand and threw it out the window onto an unknown street. Brown continued driving, and Robin F. observed his cell phone was sitting in his lap. She picked up the cell phone with her left hand, and before she could make a call, he placed her in a headlock. With his right hand, continued to drive the vehicle. With his left hand, Brown pulled Robin F. close to him and bit her on her ear. She was able to feel the vehicle swerving from right to left as Brown sped away. He stopped the vehicle in front of 333 North June Street, and Robin F. turned off the car, removed the key from the ignition, and sat on it. Brown did not know what she did with the key, and he began to punch her repeatedly in the face and arm. He then placed her in a headlock position, positioning the front of her throat between his bicep and his forearm. Brown began applying pressure to Robin F.'s left and right carotid artery, causing her to be unable to breathe, and she began to lose consciousness. She reached up with her left hand and began attempting to gouge his eyes in an attempt to free herself. Brown bit her left ring and middle fingers and then released her. While Brown continued to punch her, she turned around and placed her back against the passenger door, and then she brought her knees to her chest, placing her feet against Brown's body, and began pushing him away. Brown continued to punch her on the legs and feet, causing several contusions. Robin F., a.k.a. Rihanna, then began screaming for help, and Brown had exited the vehicle and walked away. A resident of the neighborhood heard her plea for help and called 911, calling the police response.
And this guy, all in all, said it was in self-defense against Rihanna. Oh, but don't worry, you Chris Brown fans. You'll ignore it, you stupid fucks.
Yeah, you fucking assholes.
You guys support a woman beater.
What
an asshole,
That's
man.
beyond like a woman. I mean,
First of
what
all,
the hell is that shit?
Rihanna is like fucking
She's gorgeous, right? She's gorgeous.
awesome. She's hot.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. And she's not short. She's tall. She's like great height. That's like goddess status. And you got this ugly ass punk kid beating her up because of his own little anger management issues.
Yeah.
Because he got caught cheating.
Yeah.
I don't care how nosy your woman is. That's what women do. They want to know what you're doing. You know, if you can't handle that, whatever. Why are you even with somebody if you're just going to be cheating?
Well, you gotta get mad.
Yeah, you got caught. Okay, I got caught. Let's break up. End of story.
She'll get back with you.
But the pussy thing about what he did, not the fact that he beat a beautiful woman up. All right, he deserves to die for that. I don't care what y'all say. He claims that it was self-defense. What the fuck? I know this is an old story.
She weighs like 100 pounds.
This is how much we hate Chris Brown. I will promise you, and Laz will promise you, from now on, each show we do, we will start the show with that report.
That fucking report just tells the truth right there, man.
And the pussy thing, like I said, what a pussy move he did is, it was some self-defense. Against Rihanna.
Pretending, poor me.
Yeah,
poor
me.
People don't want to forgive me.
I don't care if Rihanna's a fucking black belt in Taekwondo or whatever. She's an MMA fighter. You don't hit a woman.
I don't give a fuck if she goes back with it. I don't give a fuck if she's the fucking stupidest chick in the world. The fact that he did that.
Yeah.
That just fucks him over for me, as far as I'm concerned. And it should fuck him over for all you people out there.
But they don't care. Oh, he's Chris Brown. Oh, he can dance. Ah.
Well, they don't know. They didn't read the report. It just released today. I think a lot of people are going to read that shit. I've been reading articles saying that report will kill his career. And I hope it does.
I hope it does. I hope it kills him.
I hope it does because there's people out there that deserve that spot in the music business.
Yeah, not
that he has. That don't do that bullshit that he just did. And, you know, fuck him. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck. He might be a little bit talented, but you know what? There's 1,000 other guys.
Nobody that hits a woman is talented.
There's a lot of other guys that are fucking just as talented or even more talented. They never got the fucking breaks that he got. Okay? And that wouldn't do what he did to this girl. Okay?
That's some BS, man.
That's not fucking... That's not acceptable. Thor says so. I say so. The general says so.
You know, we promised to start off the show after our theme introduction, of course, with that report. That's you know what pisses me off is how he did that in self-defense. What a little bitch.
Yeah, guys that do that, they always say that she made me do it. She made me do it.
I'm just glad she didn't stay with him. Now, there's been reports that, oh, she's trying to kindle the relationship back or what. No, she's trying to keep the friendship there. I can understand that they don't want no bad blood. Because, you know, even I don't like bad blood between anybody. But I'm just glad she's not with him.
You know, there's that abused mentality sometimes. I mean, you got the chicks that are smart. They understand that they don't need to be any part of that. But then you got the other girls that are like, they're brought up to accept it. Yeah, they're brought up to accept it because maybe their mom got fucking their ass kicked or you know, that's the way their dad was.
Let's get off this, Chris.
I bet you that's what she was.
No, TK's gonna rename Chris Brown. We're gonna name him Chris Pussy.
Fuck you, Chris Brown.
Chris the Pussy, that's his name.
You're a couple of notches below Trump.
Or Chris the Bitch. There you go, that's much better. Chris the Bitch. That's your new name.
We'll call you Little Dick.
Little Dick.
Because that's what you got, brother. Any dude that will fucking
hit
beat
your
up a
woman
chick like that
has a little dick.
Okay.
Because then we'd understand you're angry. Because you have a little dick.
Exactly. That's the only way, man.
My 2 engines of fury. I'm mad. They call me the jackhammer.
Yeah. Don't you feel it? Can you feel it, damn it? Fuck, man. Hey, chicks out there. Any dude that tells you, did you feel me?
Probably not a good sign.
Probably not a good sign at all. Probably not a good sign.
Okay. One more comic for you guys to look out for because it's not out yet. Will be out next week. It's the X-Men versus Avengers.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Marvel. And it's not the Dark Avengers that they did last year.
No.
It's the actual Avengers with Captain America, Iron Man, and they got Iron Man facing off against Magneto. So how do you feel about that? That looks cool.
Fuck, how'd that work?
Well, you know Tony Stark is smart. He'll probably have some anti-barrier for Magneto or whatnot.
Or wouldn't Iron Man make a plastic suit?
Yeah.
Right? You make a suit out of plastic.
Make it fly,
Yeah, right.
So, I mean...
Fuck, how would that work?
I don't know, but they got Captain America going against Cyclops, Iron Man against Magneto, Wolverine's facing
Because there was those Sentinels. Remember?
yeah, but
this Magneto was like
nothing.
And they were like, we're made out of plastic.
He's like,
He's like, fuck!
My one weakness.
He's like, I'm gonna get this car and throw it at you.
But yeah, I mean, look, it's kind of one of those crossovers we've been wanting to see for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't even say it's a crossover because they're
Why are they
Marvel.
fighting?
That hasn't come up yet.
we
just know it's Avengers versus.
We need a reason.
So, and it's the actual Avengers.
Cyclops asked Captain America.
From what from the X-Men people, you have Phoenix. Phoenix is in there, but nobody knows if she's an ally or if she's good or bad. The Tin Man, I call him the Tin Man. What's his name? Colossus. Shadowcat is not in there. Storm, Rogue, Gambit. Oh, that's who Wolverine's fighting against. Gambit. Cyclops. Professor X is nowhere near around. He's not to be seen in the
Where the fuck did he go?
He's not in the cover. He's not nowhere. So that could be part of the reason. Anyway, we'll get off the comics because that's all I had for comics. Was look, please buy the DC Court of Owls because that is awesome. That's a great one. And the Avengers vs. X-Men will come out next week. Right. Now, time for some real news. Some politics. Why does the government, not the government, I'm sorry. Am I understanding this right? What are they called?
What? Congress?
Churches.
Oh, the fucking religious people.
Religious people. They want birth control out of the way.
Exactly, man. Well, basically, churches and all that shit. Not churches chicken, but churches.
They're like religious crap.
They're anti-woman. They're anti-woman. They're anti-gay. They're anti-everything that isn't, in the Bible.
If it doesn't have like Jesus in that statement, they don't want to hear about it.
Yeah, they don't want to hear it. But the thing is about this contraception issue is these guys, they're so against women's rights to reproduction and all that. They think that basically if you have sex, that you need to have a kid and then you need to bring that kid up to be a Christian. That's their deal.
Christian or Catholic, because I think they're both
Christian or Catholic, right? And the deal is that the more kids are pumped out, the more people there are to become
Christian
part of their religion to give them money. Because remember this, when these religions...
to me personally, we're not a God type guy. We both have our own views on religion or whatnot, but to me, I can't believe in a God. But growing up with, a Hispanic background who are very Catholic, or even half of them very Christian, I just never knew when God started to need so much money.
Whenever these fucking religious people say, oh, we're so poor and we're needy and we're persecuted, think about this. All religions in this country, last year, they made $14 billion untaxed.
Fuck, man.
Remember, these churches, they don't get taxed. No taxes. They don't pay nothing.
That's bullshit.
So
Because why? Because it's under the name of Jesus? Would you tax Jesus?
Exactly. Can't tax Jesus.
Would you tax Thor?
Fuck!
Look at that face.
Thor is next to godliness, damn it.
Look at this guy.
What is dog spelled backwards?
God.
Yo! And you're gonna tax Thor? This guy should be eating fucking dog food that is untaxed. What the hell is this shit?
I mean, but I see what you did, but Alright, first of all, when the fuck did churches get involved with so much politics? Because from how we were raised and when we were growing up, churches never wanted to do anything to be involved with politics. Now they're there.
They always have. You look at all the hospitals. Every hospital in San Antonio. What's it called? Saint this, Saint that.
Understandable. People go to a hospital to look for help,
I know, but
it's comfort.
The hospitals are intertwined with religion. You look at All the candidates. Every time somebody runs for office.
Yeah, but I'm talking about politics, actual politics, because right now, this is the only time that the churches are actually like working with that fucking dumbass Gingrich or whatnot.
Oh, they always have, brother. They always have. I mean, everybody that's ever run for anything, they've always had to fucking appease the religious people with things. That's why you never have a candidate that's pure 100%.
What the churches are doing right now kind of take away. I can't speak for the other countries, but for our countries, what does that take away the women's, God-given right for their freedom as far as,
As far as they're concerned, there is no God-given right to women. Because in the Bible...
Isn't that what the church pursues?
No, they don't. In the Bible...
Isn't that what they praise, though?
No.
Like what they teach?
Mm-hmm.
God-given right?
God-given right to who they say.
Yeah. Then there's no God.
According to them, there is, and he only praises men that accept God fundamentally the way they think they should.
That's a very specific God.
Exactly. That's what it's always been, brother. That's what they believe, and they got so much money behind them, and they've got so much influence, and they've had so much power that
that's stupid,
it's beyond. I mean, you look at the Pope, man. The Pope, he's this fucking asshole that is behind this $14 billion enterprise, which is the Catholic Church. They're fucking billionaires.
Fuck the Pope,
They got
man.
churches all over the world. They get so much money and power and influence. They got politicians in their pocket. And they fucking just hate everybody. Right?
I don't like the Vatican City. I don't. It wouldn't even be. A tear wouldn't cross my eye if I heard that place was blown up.
I fucking liked it when in 2012 that shit got toppled.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm surprised. Like nobody has bombed that place yet.
You know why? Because they have the best security money can buy. They have security that even Washington would envy. They have so much money and it's untaxed and
that place always hides it. They have like the actual act, and it's not even called a Bible. It's just like an actual diary type journal thing of what the actual people back then said, and they won't release it. Why? Because it has too much information.
Exactly. It has too much information, and it has too many real things.
It has information on how the Egyptian, what are they called? The Ra's or whatnot?
The Pharaoh?
The Pharaohs. How the Egyptian Pharaohs were not exactly human. Don't get me wrong, it has shit on Jesus or whatnot.
You look at their heads.
But it just has too much information.
Look at their heads. Look at their heads on the
yeah, they're just fucking long.
They got big, giant, fucking long heads. I mean, like they're like this fucking tall.
They're huge.
Fuck that.
Alien-like, But I mean, we're not. And that's the thing. We're not even getting off subject on this. This is all real.
That's all real because
you can ask your Vatican for that, and they won't give you that information.
No.
It's not God's will, my child. Give me $20 and I'll let you look at me.
Yeah, I'll let you fucking pray here if you want. Give me $30. And on top of that, if you're gay,
you cannot set foot here.
No, don't fucking come in. Get the fuck out of here. You know what? I say it's time that
Well, I mean, I think this is they have no right stepping over their boundaries as far as saying women cannot control their own fate.
Exactly. It's like somebody told me something the other day. Said, well, are they saying anything about condoms? And I said, no, they aren't. You know why? Because most of these assholes are fucking dudes.
Yeah.
All of them are dudes. And they don't want any fucking pay child support and all these kids.
My God, man.
Right?
If condoms were banned, Jesus.
Right? But they do want to control women themselves. Alright? But get the fuck out of here with that shit. And on top of that, the reason that this anti-domestic violence law is not being reapproved...
Well, we haven't even got to that, but let's bring that up right now. There's a new issue that Big Glass has brought up. I'm in agreement for it, but Laz is not. I'm only in agreement for it because I believe there will be positive outcomes. But the domestic abuse
Domestic abuse.
law, is that what it is? Or they try to pass this law or bill, will not be renewed. Which Big Laz pretty much explained to me, if a girl's getting beat by her guy, and she called the cops can come and arrest the guy, right?
Yeah.
Take him to jail. Okay, with this law not being renewed, that can't happen anymore.
Mm-hmm. The cop has to actually witness it personally for him to do anything.
So he's got to be in that person's house for some odd reason and be right there at the right specific place and time. Witness this argument first and also be there long enough to witness the abuse. For him to arrest the man. Is that what I'm hearing? Pretty much.
Or even give him a warning or do anything at all.
A citation, pretty much.
Yeah, show up. That's the thing though. It goes into stalking also.
Oh, I hate stalkers.
Yeah, it goes into stalking. Like you hear about these assholes that go to some chicks where they work
be there
and they light them on fire.
Yeah.
There's some guys that have done that. They've gone to where a chick works and they light them on fire. So no, they're doing what they want.
For some reason, they feel that they belong to her or something like they belong to him, and the guy doesn't even know this bitch.
All right, here's the thing. Here's the deal. Okay, every single Republican in the Senate Judiciary Committee voted against the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act. They did so because they want to throw out provisions in the bill protecting victims who are gay or lesbian or undocumented / funding for enforcement and entirely eliminate the Justice Department office devotion to administering the law and coordinating the nation's response to domestic violence and sexual assaults. So that's basically the deal right there.
But why did this come out of, just out of nowhere? Do you think it's because it's 2012 and all this bad shit that's about to happen, and they're like, oh, fuck it, why not?
It could be. These religious fuckers, they're getting all more vicious, man.
Yeah, I know, and these are just the little things that are to come of the bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them real quick, I got it.
That's the thing. Here's another article I read. Protecting women from violence and abuse has been an issue of bipartisan cooperation since President Clinton signed the landmark Violence Against Women Act, VAWA, in 1994. It was reauthorized with overwhelming bipartisan support in 2000 and again in 2005, but not this year. On February 2nd, the Senate Judiciary Committee approved legislation reauthorizing VAWA. The bill was sponsored by Chair Patrick Leahy, Democrat, and Senator Mike Preble, Republican, who is not on the committee, and co-sponsored by 34 senators from both parties. Nevertheless, the legislation attracted no Republican support among committee members and passed out of committee on a party line vote of 10-8. Since VAWA was first enacted, reporting of domestic violence has increased by as much as 51%. The legislation, originally introduced by Vice President Joe Biden, who continues to be an outspoken advocate of the issue, was aimed at improving the response to domestic violence, dating violence, sexual assault, and stalking. Yet, according to national statistics, more than 3 women are on average murdered by their husbands or boyfriends every day.
But Biden tried to help.
He did. He's been trying.
And yet, nobody wants to re-elect Obama.
Nobody wants. The reauthorization would place an increased emphasis on reducing domestic homicide and assaults, strengthen housing protection
and
for
increase the
domestic
modelos
victims, and focus more on high rates of violence amongst teens and young adults. But the Republicans and a few conservative organizations, religious organizations, the Catholic Church and the fucking Christians, are not over the VAWA as a whole, but over a few provisions in the reauthorization. Specifically, they are against protection for gay and lesbian individuals, undocumented immigrants who are victims of domestic violence, and Native American tribes.
Whoa.
That's fucking awesome, right?
That is bullshit.
Right?
You want to be against the original landowners, the original people that were here, pretty much your fucking landlords.
Yep.
What the fuck did the Indians do to them?
They're not people, according to them. The Leahy Bill for victims of domestic violence, forbidding...
The Huron family, I'm part of the Huron family, we are half Native American. So that's some bullshit there. Alright, we did nothing for them to be coming at us. All they do is follow their original tribe. They're entitled to that, to follow their original rules. They have nothing to do with religion or nothing to do with government. And I think that's why they're doing it, because they don't vote for them, they don't do anything for them, which is BS.
Yeah. On February 2nd, the Republicans said that they backed the VAWA, the Violence Against Women Act, but could not support this version, in part because of the provisions of the gay and lesbian individuals, immigrants, and the tribal authority of Native Americans.
Which they will not go with.
Quotes from the top-ranking Republican. The substitute creates so many new programs for undeserving people.
That's bullshit, man.
That it risks losing focus on helping the real victims.
Wow.
If every group was a priority, no group was a priority.
Who the fuck decided a group has to be a priority? Isn't all men created equal? Right? Isn't that what they believe in?
Not according to these assholes.
Isn't that what America is based upon, that all men is equal? And yet Native Americans, immigrants and stuff like that are not worthy of anything.
Not according to these fucking pricks.
And yet these bastards are voting for Gingrich.
Leahy said, "You cannot say that we will seek to stop domestic violence, but only for certain people. It boggles the mind. It goes against everything I ever knew as a prosecutor, but also goes against everything I knew as a human being."
You can say the same thing about racists too. I mean, that's just not going to go away. It's everywhere. I will agree with him on that about the domestic abuse. It's just not going to stop.
Exactly, brother. Exactly.
But for them to be that heartless against, and especially the Native Americans, which hits home to the general. I mean, goddamn.
Fuck yeah, it hits home. It hits home, don't it?
We're practically the last full bloods here in San Antonio.
Exactly.
But
and they're like, well, you're not real people, so you don't deserve protection at all.
And it's just because, Native Americans want nothing to do with what America's like government and all that. Because we have our own. We have our own structure, our own government. We have our own goddamn tribe.
Exactly.
That they have to come to for advice. It's like.
So they are still so racist.
But it's not racist because it's political.
Yeah.
So it's okay. That's some bullshit though, man.
Right? It's fucking BS. Alright, guys.
Hardcore, I like that.
We're ending the show.
Oh my god.
We gotta do our fucking radio show tonight.
I think we missed the show.
Oh no, come on.
Oh my god, no, you didn't remind me.
We had a deadline to do the show?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, wait, we can broadcast. Wait, cross your fingers, goddammit.
Crossing all my fingers and my toes and my cock.
That's pretty badass if you can do that. Oh my god. No, shit. I think we missed it. Oh wait, I think I gotta sign in.
Yeah, well, sign in. Why don't you sign in?
Oh shit.
Shit, I got it.
We can't leave now.
Sign in here.
Alright. Alright, we're in.
Oh. Broadcast.
I'm trying to get there. We're still live.
Guys, we're having technical difficulties. We're
technological differences.
We're having some technological differences here. Damn Republicans.
Damn it, where is it? I can't
Cool.
Get this shit out of the way.
What shit are you talking about, man?
Hey, let's the callers over here. Okay. Well, where do I?
Oh man, I'll say one thing. Pabst Brewing, right there, the best beer. Oh, I can't even see.
And Skype is. Why can't this? I'm trying to get this out of the way.
The hell's going on here? Alright.
Yeah, go to the restroom.
I'm gonna take a piss. Get that shit sorted out.
Ah, no, it's telling us I missed it and will be available for the midnight.
Oh, I'll be here.
All right, we'll just wait for it. Either way, that's some bullshit with that birth control pill, and we're not even women. We're trying to get a lady on here to do a show with us so we can talk about that. You know how they feel about that. Oh, it's bullshit though. Oh, one more. Big Laz has informed me TNA's president or guy or whatnot, Eric Bischoff. I don't know if he fired the guy, let go the guy, what the problem was, but he got a new writer. So we'll probably expect to see not new storylines, but different storylines as far as, you know, the TNA wrestling and where it's going to go from there. Hopefully some better ones, because right now everything they're doing is predictable. I still support TNA. They're much better than McMahon, but everything is predictable as far as TNA, because, you know, and hopefully this new writer that Big Laz is talking about will bring some more fans in for them.
Yeah, some more fans and you know, just a new direction. They're taking it in a new direction. They've been doing that for the last like 6 months since Bound for Glory. So ever since they put the title on Rude, they've been building up certain people, keeping Hogan off on the sidelines. But man, once they take it to the next level,
I'm just glad they're kicking Vince's ass internationally. But you can keep the home. We'll do it everywhere else.
They're beating their ass with Rinka King. That's their new show.
Indian one.
Their new show in India. It drew about 10 million viewers internationally on their first shows. So it's been doing pretty good. And yeah, man, on their last show last night, they had the New York Giants, Brandon Jacobs on the show. And other than that, I mean, the WWE, they've been very, like, worried because their show has no star power, you know? Like,
because it's so predictable. You know John Cena's going to hold the title.
They had to bring back Shawn Michaels.
Wow, for retirement?
Yep. They had to bring him back so he could do something with The Undertaker. They had to bring The Undertaker back, and The Undertaker can't even fucking walk anymore. And, so...
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, shit.
All right, well, we'll sign up here.
But we will return at some point.
At some point in time.
At some point in time. And don't fucking forget about dailymotion.com and
Blog Talk Radio.
blogtalkradio.com. What do they got?
And well, right now I'm going to try to schedule a new episode like as soon as possible. But just remember the report you heard from Big Laz himself about Chris Brown.
Yeah, remember that shit.
Uh-oh.
Come on, SpaghettiOs.
No, my my Google Chrome crashed.
Fucking Google Chrome.
Oh, I don't need Google.
All right, so we're signing off here?
I'm trying to get to
We're trying to sign off here, motherfuckers. But
okay, here we are. Now we can sign. And remember the report you read about Chris Brown. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris Bitch. Chris the Bitch.
The abuser.
Alright, this is General. Big Laz.
There it is.
Signing off.
Fuck you, Trump and Chris Brown.
Yeah.
See you later.